everybody, it's Zbaz here and welcome to my channel. I know it's been a while since Island Living came out and I am a little late with this build, but I got it the very same day that it went out and I went straight into gameplay, not so much into build mode, because I was really hyped about it. That's why it took me a while to get a build done here in the beautiful Sulani. Before I get into my opinion about this pack, because I want to give it, I'm going to talk about a little bit about today's build. I got really inspired to create a luxurious beach mansion. Here in Peru we have these beaches up north that are practically on the equator line, so it's tropical and Sulani. Although I know it's more inspired by Polynesian culture, really reminded me of that particular set of beaches. If anyone is interested in looking it up, it's called Mangora, and I'm gonna leave the name right here so you can check, maybe a screenshot, yeah. So there's lots of really cool looking mansions and bougie hotels there, and I wanted to bring that into the game, especially in this part, because Lenny St. Tas, I think it's called, it's supposed to be like the uncommon modern part of the islands, kind of like the Maldives or Bora Bora, where they have these amazing overwater hotels. I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. So yeah, for the overall look and feel for the build, I wanted the living spaces to be like open and like an indoor-outdoor thing. And in the second floor I wanted to place the bedrooms, kind of the more private area of the house. I really pictured a really wealthy family that decided to quit the city and move to their dream vacation home. So they got a designer for it and they made it look really cool, but not over the top, you know? It's like luxurious, but just what they need. They don't have like bougie things like a spa or things like that. It's luxurious but homey. Yeah, you can see this more clearly when we start with the interiors. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more there. But for now, I want to talk about this infamous pack, Island Living. Am I living for it? I'm kind of in between, and let me tell you why. First of all, I think it's beautiful. I take my hat off for that. The islands are really cool looking and they did a great job with the build and buy things. That I love the shutters, the sliding doors are amazing. I use them here, as you can see. I just love them. The stilted foundations are great, the new objects are really pretty, and yeah, the backdrops are a 10. But what about gameplay? I'm not usually the type to go ahead and play with a pack. I rather build with it. However, this time I wanted to really go into it because I was really hyped about the actual or alleged gameplay features that were coming with this one. As I said before, Island Paradise was by far my favorite theme for an expansion pack. It was not so well executed in terms of playability, but the gameplay features that they introduced with that were amazing. And what happened when I got this pack and The Sims 4, let me tell you. I went straight into Create a Sim to obviously get my hands on the mermaids. And I did, and I was really happy with it. The cast for mermaid is really cool. It's new. It's what we needed in terms of mer people, because in The Sims 3 you couldn't make a mermaid from scratch. So kudos for that. But then everything was disappointment after disappointment. First of all, there is no active career. The lifeguards and conservationist careers were presented in the trailers, for me at least, like kind of an active career. At least, as this was an expansion pack, I thought that they would make them active. That would have been so cool, but no, none of that. Then the world, after a while, although it's beautiful, it really got repetitive. The ocean, even with mermaids and boats and aquasits, it feels flat. It's more space for your Sims to swim instead of walk. There's nothing much going on there, to be honest. The off-the-grid, on the other hand, is something of the gameplay that I'm actually enjoying. And it's great that it also came in the free update for the base game. And that's cool. But what really got my nerves about this one is the fact that the dive-in spots were rabbit holes. Come on, we got in 2014 Secret Worlds with the base game, Sixum, the hospital, the police station, the science lab with Get to Work. In Granite Falls they came with a foresty thingy secret lot. In Jungle Adventure is full of secret lots, but what happened here? I mean, not even on the cave, it's just off for me. You know, why did they do this? I don't understand. Some say it's for gameplay or lower end computers not being able to run the game and yada yada yada, but they could have easily made a secret underwater lot that you could go into by diving. It's not so out of the box, right? Because they've done it in The Sims 4, even in the base game. That's just something that I cannot forget or forgive. I'm sorry guys, but that was just a total mess up. Like I said, after a few hours of gameplay, I was underwhelmed. Everything is just cosmetic. Just a few swimming animations and the mermaid animations and the boat thingies, and that was it. It also comes with a lot of bugs. Sometimes my mermaid started swimming like people and it looked really weird. The foundations are glitching. I saw on a video of Deligracy where she had the same bug as I am having with the foundations. You're gonna see at the end in mine. But look, I know they will probably fix these things in a while, but they came out with something that, I don't know, it just feels unfinished. Even with the counters, no island ones, you know. They said that they were gonna add them, that it was just, they were uncategorized, but there's none. Again, you would think that after the first time with Jungle Adventures, they wouldn't release a pack lacking something like that, but what can I say? Overall, I still enjoy this pack, and it just, it feels like there's something missing, you know? But back to the build, I made these docks, one for the boat and one that was just glass flooring to oversee the ocean floor. By the way, I love these glass tiles. I also use them inside on the entrance to create a glass bridge that connects the bedrooms to the stairs, which I'm kind of figuring out right now. I ended up placing them in that area to the side, just to keep that indoor courtyard as clean as possible in terms of design. I wanted it to feel very open, and those glass tiles just made the trick for me. As I said, the build and buy part of this pack is just sublime. I love it. It's just the gameplay part of it that kind of fell short for me. I don't know what you guys think about it. Then I did some adjustments to the roof. I think that part needed another roof, and I was really happy of how it turned out. It's really cool. As you can see, I used a lot of those glass tiles in some places just to give it a little something extra, especially to that part that's covered with the plants and hanging ferns. It was just a little cute little moment in this build. Now we're doing the inside of the house, and I started with the master bedroom. I had this idea of how I wanted it to look like. I did some research for this tropical looking interiors and everything. Also from my experience, everything is kind of open, and I wanted to create this wall or something that divided the bed from the entrance and the bathrooms, which I did separate. I know, kind of weird, but it works. I created this bed from separated bed frames by Brass and Lotus, and used some shelves as side tables and also as the bed frame underneath. It looked really cool. In that corner, I made a little accent chair moment so you could chill out in the sunset, read a book and whatnot. I threw in some plants from Peacemaker, which look really tropical and modern, which was actually what I wanted for this build. I used a lot of plants in the interior because I wanted to bring the outside in, as I said before. All of the CC here in the bedrooms is from Peacemaker, and everything that I used will be linked down below in the description box, as always, so you can go ahead and grab them and put it in your game, along with my build. When this pack came out, I did a cleanse for my mods folder, and I deleted everything that I wasn't using, and some things that were outdated or broken, which if you get a new pack, I fully recommend on doing before you go into the game again. It's just a little tip, you guys. Then, I was just decorating the bedroom a little bit, and I did my usual with the saucer lights, but this time I made them really small, and I thought that they looked just amazing. Then I went ahead with the bathroom on the master bedroom, and I kept it really simple. I used a bathroom set from Peacemaker, and I was really happy with it. It was just plain white. I also threw in some plants over there just to keep the tropical theme all over the place, and yeah, I was happy with it. Then I started with the second bedroom, and I pictured this one to be like a teenage girl bedroom. Then I discovered this marble accent tables that I used like a bed frame, and I also used them for the master bedroom, but in green, in that color. Then in this bedroom I made like a little wardrobe moment, but I don't know, it wasn't working quite right for me. It was just a little too much, so I just kept one of the tall stuff and threw in some shelves and started adding some plants, just to give it like a little Pinterest moment there. It looked really cool. Like, I just loved that future wall with some cluttered plants. I threw in some books, a picture frame. Also, that base that came with Island Living, it's really cool. I also used the same accent table as a bed frame under there, and I threw in a little rug. Then I started doing like the open closet. I was planning for this. I threw in some more hanging clothes there, and I used that platform to change that came with Get Famous, so it works like a closet. I also did an accent chair there, so you can also read a little book there. I don't know, it looks really cool. I threw in some candles and some light in there, and yeah, I was pretty happy with how this room turned out. The bathroom is pretty much the same, except that I just changed the bathtub for a shower. And then I went ahead to do the outdoor balconies of this room, and in one I did like the lounge chairs, so you can tan, and then I did this dining table with 2 chairs with some candles, and I thought that was pretty cool. Then I started with the second bedroom, and I wanted this to be like a twins bedroom, like a couple of kids that lived here, had this shared bedroom, and yeah. I also did a bathroom inside this one, because I wanted every bedroom to have an ensuite. Yeah, and then I threw in a little desk area with a little painting. All of this is from the Minimalist bedroom pack. That is a fan-made pack. It's just cool. I also did the marble accent tables as bed frames, and yeah, I was pretty happy with how the bedrooms turned out. Then I started with the living area, and this is where I wanted it to look like it was kind of an outdoor-indoor thing. So I made a mix of this indoor, really bougie sofas with the outdoor ones that came with Island Living, and some plants over there. I used clear glass tiles, and yeah, I was pretty happy with that. I also added in that terrace some lawn chairs, an umbrella, so you can sunbathe just outside your living room. And it was kind of like making things flow, and yeah. Then in the entrance I did a little like chairs moment, and I was pretty happy with how this turned out. Then I was trying to figure out the dining area. I knew I wanted like a big dining table, and yeah, it turned out pretty cool, like with those wooden chairs. It looks like what I wanted, like modern but still homey. Those candles that are from Peacemaker are just amazing. It just suited perfectly what I wanted, and therein I was just trying to figure out a better layout for this, and then I started up with that accent table there, and I found this painting that really complemented everything. And on this side, I made like a chimney area that it's an outdoor chimney from Peacemaker. Again, Peacemaker is my favorite custom content creator. I also use those coconut chairs. I like to call them that. I don't know what they are called, but they're coconut chairs for me. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Then for the kitchen, I used Los Feliz kitchen as usual. It's my favorite kitchen so far. And I did a really big kitchen, you know, a double fridge, a big island on the center of it. And yeah, it's really cool. I think that in this type of houses, the kitchen is really important because it's where everything kind of happens. Like, if you're going to have breakfast, you're going to the kitchen. I don't know. I think it needed like a really cool kitchen, you know. Those kava bowls, I think that were great as decorations. Yeah, that was pretty much it for the kitchen. I threw in some glasses, a little bit of fruits there and here. Yeah. And I think that I've covered enough of what I wanted with this build. A little bit of thank everyone that's been subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you for supporting. If you want to see more content like this and you haven't subscribed yet, please do, because I have lots of cool stuff coming. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching till this point. I hope I didn't bore you with all the gibberish about the island pack and about my build, but I think it's better to do a voiceover instead of just having music playing. I don't know. I want you guys to get to know me a little bit, and I want to get to know you too a little bit, so please comment down below what you thought about this build, if you have something else in mind, or if you have any request of any type. I'm here just to answer to all of you. Again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and see you next time. Bye!